I'm Scott Hansen. I'm a professor at Southern Utah University, and this module of SolidWorks will include instruction on how to create the parts shown at the left. So we'll start by left-clicking on the little white piece of paper. We'll left-click on Part, left-click on OK, and then we'll left-click on the Sketch tab, left-click on the Sketch icon. We'll move our cursor over the front plane. When it becomes highlighted, we left-click once. Then we'll right-click and left-click on Display Grid. And then we'll start by just sketching out the sketch that's on the left side of this part, and we'll use that to create an extrusion. So we'll left-click on the Line command, and we'll move our cursor over here and draw out just a simple shape, something that's similar to what is shown here. And we'll left-click, right-click, select. Then we'll left-click on the Smart Dimension icon. We'll left-click on the lower line, lower edge, overall. We'll enter a 3. And then we'll left-click on the green check mark. Now when our geometry gets misaligned, as shown here, we just simply left-click, holding the left mouse button down, and just drag it so that it is at least has the same shape, the desired shape. And then we'll left click on Smart Dimension again, and we'll enter a 1. Left click on the green check mark again, left click on the line we want to relocate, simply left click and drag, holding the left mouse button down. A lot of first time users really struggle when this happens. It's really not that big a deal. We'll left click on Smart Dimension. We'll enter 0.25. We'll enter 0.25. We'll enter 0.25 up here. This dimension in here needs to be 1.5. And this is 0.25 out here on the right. And we'll left click on the green check mark. We'll scroll it in just a little. So we should have something that looks similar to what is shown. I need to make sure we've got... that's what I suspected. Enter a 1. Then we'll left click on the green check mark. Then we'll right click, left click on Exit Sketch. We'll left click on the Features tab. We'll left click on Extrude. And we'll flip it to the other way just for something different. We'll enter a 1. Left click on Enter. Left click out in the workspace. We'll scroll it back a little bit. Now we need to create a sketch on this front surface and use that to do an extruded cut all the way through the part. So I'm going to move my cursor over this surface. When it becomes highlighted, we'll right click once. Left click on Sketch. I'm going to move my cursor up to the Circle command. I'm going to left click on the circle icon, and we'll move our cursor till we find the midpoint of that line. We'll left click and drag a circle out. Then we'll right click, select. We'll left click on Smart Dimension. Then we'll left click on the edge of the circle itself. We'll enter 0.75. Then we'll right click, select, right click again, exit sketch. We'll left click on Extrude Cut, and this will need to be a 2. We'll hit enter, and we'll left click on the green check mark. We'll left click out in the workspace, and we should have a nice saddle appearance there for those two parts. Then we're going to put a point on this surface here and use the hole wizard to put a counterbore here. And the information's not shown, but I can provide that. We'll right click, left click on Sketch, move our cursor up to the Point command just below the A, left click once, and we'll just place that point pretty much anywhere. Then we'll left click on the green check mark. We'll left click on Smart Dimension, left click on the point, and then on the edge of the part, and we'll drag it out, and that needs to be 0.5. then we'll left click again. And we'll enter 0.5 again. And we'll right click, select, right click again, exit sketch. We'll use the hole wizard and wait for that to load. We'll go down and put a check in the show custom sizing. So the hole size is 0.25, counterbore size is 0.5, and the counterbore depth is 0.125. So once you get those entered, we'll left click on the positions tab, left click on 3D sketch, move our cursor over and left click on the point, and we'll left click on the green check mark, left click out in the workspace, and we should have our part there with a nice counterbore that we can admire. And that concludes this module on how to create a simple part using SolidWorks.